for the little trip down to the accountant today. It's just after lunchtime, and the job for today is to put the last 2 bits of plasterboard on the bathroom wall. I've been avoiding this only because of the pipe work and just knowing where the pipe work's got to go. But we're going to have a little guess because I'm sick to death of not having a floor and not putting those 2 bits of plasterboard on and then kicking about and Bessie jumping on top of it and putting her dirty paw prints all over it. So I'm going to do that today. With regard to the accountant, probably €20 well spent. Because I'm a micro entrepreneur and we haven't done any work really because we can't get out and play, it was a relatively straightforward process. She just filled out a form for us. That will all be done online next year, and hopefully there'll be some money in there. Hopefully we earn some bloody money, which would be nice. But Lisa's obviously is a little bit more complicated because of her being self-employed. But I'm sure she'll go through that with you herself. She pays a lot more money than that because they have to generate accounts, as you would understand. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut the pipes or put the pipes in where we think they're going to go and then put the plasterboard on the wall. Not very exciting. However, it is a bit of a pig in that corner. I'll turn this round. It's a bit of a pig in that corner because that goes from a full sheet of board, 1140, with the tapered edge taken off, down to about 1 metre. So it'll be a little bit of scribing in, a little bit of painful effing and blinding probably. He's a messy mate. So. Okay. One pipe from here. One pipe from here. That's it. They'll go through the wall into the. Look at that, look. The amount of shit. Excuse my French. But the amount of tomtit that you get just by drilling a couple of holes. So that's the wall all done. All the pipes disappeared. Straight. Bit of electric in there. That's 300 up. Be a hole in the plasterboard. And in the bathroom itself, you will see pipes for vanity unit, hot and cold, and a cold feed on a flexi pipe and an isolator valve for the toilet. So that's that started. Now to board the rest of the bathroom. So to finish up today, that's what we've done today. Put the plasterboard in. Schoolboy error. I measured once and cut once, and I cut too short up the top there, but I'm assured by the person who comes and takes the joints that won't be too much of a problem. I've got a lovely edge on there, all the way down, and that is now the bathroom complete with the boarding. There is one last piece of boarding to do in this room, which is going to be that door. Don't panic. Don't panic. It'll all become clear. I'm going to have my beer and I'm going to have my dinner. Laters. The size of that is there. I know that's 700. Oh,
Hello.
700. That's right. I've got that bit right. But this is.
What are you trying to work out, baby?
Well, I'm sure. So that looks to me like 130. So if that's 90, that's 90, and that front edge is 90. 90 and 90 makes 180, yes?
It does, yes.
Take 45 off 180, gives you?
180, 75. 175, no. 100, take what away?
What was the question again?
What was it? Take 45 away.
90 plus 90 is
180. Take away 45, did you say?
Take away 45, which is half of
170.
90.
175. No?
90 and 90 is 180, yeah?
Yeah.
Take away 45 from 180.
135.
Gives you 175.
135. It's a good job I'm not doing the maths here, isn't it?
It's a good job you're not putting it, are you? Mitchie.
Right, what are you doing? Tell me what you're doing.
What I'm doing
This
is
is
putting the
shower tray.
So the good thing is, unlike both shower trays we put in before, it actually measures what it says that it does on the box. So it's 800 millimeters by 1400 millimeters, which is what we've planned for, which is really nice. So I'm just looking, at where we are. So before I put the floor in, or when I put the floor in, I put in a hole in the ground. So where we put in the waste pipe, and so now what I've got to do is connect the shower drain to the waste pipe, and then we drop the shower tray in and hopefully connect both up. It's and I'll measure this to be, for this pipe to be 160 away from the edge.
You're not supposed to be sleeping on the job.
I tell you what, this is bigger than some flats in London, you know. Ceiling looks good. Didn't old Kirsty, what's her name? Kirsty also used to say, lie on the floor and look at the room and then you can see how big it is.
Yeah.
It's big enough.
Is it?
No, I can lie this way. It's a very attractive colour, apart from the green. But I love the colour. And you see, look, you got the toilet in there.
Yep.
With this little widget flip. These come out here.
There for the vanity.
Yeah, so I might put some right angles on them, might muck about with that. But that's, you know, the vanity's going to come to about here, and then the bowl goes above there. Then the little storage unit in that corner, which will probably go pretty much floor to ceiling. A little bit of woodwork to do. But what we're here for, campers, is to put the shower tray in. So we had the waste pipe already in there, and I had a hole cut out to try and fit the waste in. I needed to make it a little bit bigger because of the connectors I had. I didn't have specifically the ones I wanted. So I had to cut it back a bit so I could just get access to the pipe. So I put in a straight connector from the 50 to the reducer, 40 to 50 reducer, and then 40, because this is a 40mm connector for the shower tray. However, it goes into 50 real quick, which is nice because you get a better flow. It's a lot different, even 10mm is a lot different, and it goes away better. There's a really nice fall on there, probably, more than we actually need, but it'll be fine. It's a fairly short run to the outside pipe underneath here. So I've just checked that. I've glued it all in. These are all glue fittings, and then obviously it's just a compression joint to the actual waste. I've glued all those in, fitted the pipe in there, and I'm relatively happy with the position of it in relation to the shower tray. It says it's 700mm lengthways and 135mm from the back edge. That is kind of where it is, but I have got a little bit of movement in there, but not a lot. I don't want to, as we know to our cost, jiggling pipes after they've been fitted is not a good thing to do.
It means leaks.
Jiggling pipe means leaks.
So you've tested that, you poured some water down it, it drains away.
Water down it, yeah. I put, just some kitchen towel underneath it just to see if there's any leaks. It is a very, very short purpose, and it's going to have a lot of literage coming down it, but it looks pretty good at the moment. And and that's all dry. That glue stuff that you use pretty much dries in seconds. It's good gear.
So don't get it on your hands then.
No, don't get it on your hands. If especially, there is ways and means of getting it off, and I've got it all over my fingers, but you end up sitting there an evening peeling it off.
So next step?
Next step is to put the shower tray in, and to see that we've got that in the right place.
Cool. Let's go.
If we've got that in the right place, we can connect it up with this, which screws into that. Silicone round there. That fits in there, and then obviously the waste, the little decorative waste bit that sits in the top of there. Hopefully, moment of truth and all that. Yeah, you ready? No.
I need to go in first.
Yeah. Cable behind you. Right. So. Right.
Look at that. Woohoo!
Right. We weren't too shabby there, were we?
Looking
and
good.
We're not too bad. We're not too bad. So it's got to come over there a little bit. Let's get our Ujima flip and see if we can screw it in, because obviously that's got to be. Actually, I could have gone. So that's all in. It's pretty good. It all works fine. It needs tightening up a bit, but we've just literally dry fitted it at the moment, because we're going to silicone in the bottom of that, so that's nice, and so that then obviously any water won't go underneath that. Yeah, so I've dry fitted that. It's got protective film on it. We're going to leave that on because we will be tiling this lovely area as and when the French supermarket decides that the tiles have turned up. Because 6 weeks we reckon for the tiles, all in all. But yeah, so that's all going to be tiled. Obviously the floor is going to be tiled. The floor, certainly once we've mastic this in, we can start tiling the floor, which would be really good, which means then the toilet can go in, the vanities can go in, so all of that can be done before we get to the tiles here. So, which is good really, because then it'd be nice to have a floor down. But that's the tray, 140 by 80. So that looks pretty good. And you've got a shower screen coming out to about 90, which is here. Let me just put a nice big line on the floor where the shower screen comes out. Look right there. Which gives you people 91.5 to get in.
So the first job of today is in the stables. We found some more tiles. I don't know if you remember back in the video when we was doing the hallway, we found a load of tiles up in the barn that we laid in the hallway for the floor, which have come out lovely. Well, we found some more. They're not exactly the same, but very similar, and they're in the stable, so we're going to go and get them and see what they're like, see if we've got enough. Okay, so the tiles are in the stables where the dogs now have their home when we're out. So these are the tiles that we're thinking of using in the bathroom. I think there's going to be enough of them, it looks like it. So my job is to get them out, see if they need cleaning up, and see if we can use them.
Why are they all, every single tap and every single fixing always different?
Why is what?
Why is every single fixing tap different? Why are they never
Well, they don't like to make it easy for you. Okay, so we've got enough tiles. It's now time to give them a clean up and see how they come up. I think they're going to look great. They seem to be like the hallway ones. And they're free. Now I'm pretty sure, looking at these tiles, that they are probably originally from the Chateau somewhere, because these tiles are very much the same as the ones that are in the grenier, and the fact that on the underside of them, if you can see here, it's mud, and all the ones that are laid in the house are all laid on mud. And that's it. So I'm pretty sure they're obviously from somewhere in the Chateau. So it's quite nice to think that we're just putting back the original flooring. Well, not original. I doubt very much these would have been there in 1360, but certainly flooring that was in the Chateau before airtime. Okay, so I said that I wasn't going to clean the tiles before I put them down into the bathroom, but I've decided against that. I thought if I give them a quick clean now, at least we can then see the true colours of each tile as we're putting them down. And I'm using this hydrochloric acid, a little bit in water, and I just wanted to show you the difference it makes. I've never used this stuff. Well, I'd never used it before coming out to France. And then it was one of our neighbours, when I was cleaning up the last lot of tiles, gave me this solution and said, give it a try. And it's absolutely amazing the way it just takes the dirt off. So I just want to show you. I'm going to dip one of the tiles in the solution, and you can see the difference it makes immediately. And then I'm brushing it with a wire brush. So take a look at this. Okay, in it goes. Leave it in there for a few minutes. What I normally do is put a couple in at a time. So let's just bung another one in with it. And if the water was clean, you'd see, you could still see little bubbles coming off, but you see all of the rubbish coming off of it. It's absolutely amazing. So look how different that is already. And then give it a scrub up, and look at that. That is just superb. So look at that already. Now this was quite bad, this one, when we put it in. And just give it a scrub with the wire brush. So as you can see, it's absolutely brilliant. It's amazing the stuff that it gets off. Got my rubber gloves on, so keep my hands safe. But it's not. It doesn't smell or anything. Obviously, I'm outside, but yeah, it's a really good solution to use if you've got any really hard stained tiles or anything like that. Okay, got a load more to do, so I'm going to crack on. Okay, so the tiles are all now cleaned up, laid out on the floor. It's time to go and lay them in. Exciting!
Let's try over the towel. We'll be cleaning the towels, love.
Because the tiles are all different sizes, we're having to shave a little bit off of some of them. So taking them down to 15.5 centimetres. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. So while Ted's busy laying them, you know, at the end of the day, just because they're different sizes, it's not going to stop us using them. We've just got to take a bit of time and yeah, take a bit off. Quite annoying because it's only a slither that we have to take off. However, there's quite a lot to do. Okay, so I've cut the bit off, and then what Ted's going to do is, because obviously that's a straight edge and it looks like a new edge, Ted's going to take a file and just knock a few bits back so that it looks like a few chunks have come out of it and it looks old again. Okay, so I'm now going to take this over to Ted so he can lay them and do his magic on the side. Can I just say, big apologies, Patricia. Now, Patricia's a follower that's subscribed for a long time now and always comments to me about wearing a mask. So, apologies, Patricia, that I'm not wearing a mask. However, there is an excuse for it. If I put a mask on, because I wear glasses, my glasses all steam up. So, and I'd prefer to see where it's going, so I'll keep the fingers. So sorry, Patricia, but at home, if you're doing this, do try and wear a mask. I've got some more, baby. I'll put them down here. How's it going? What are you doing?
The state of it. Before you come in tonight, you are going to brush yourself down. I feel like getting the hose pipe out. Look at the state of it.
I tell you, it's hot enough out there. That sun's got really hot.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll get the hose pipe on then. Look at the state of it. My God. Do you reckon that grey's going to be alright then? It's going to be alright then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Last piece. Slightly big, but it won't matter because it's right in the corner. Nobody will care. And she'll moan. She'll moan, I've done all this, and she'll still moan because she's going, look at my paintwork. Look what you've done to my paintwork. You horrible kid.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's a little bit. But it's all like that. So there you go.
So as you can see behind me, the floor is finished. It's been grouted. And yeah, I think it's looking pretty amazing. It needs obviously a couple more cleans. But I think considering they're recycled tiles from the barn, yeah, I'm really pleased with it. And I think once we get the wall tiles on and you can see the full colour scheme, I think it's going to look amazing. So I must admit, I'm pretty whacked tonight. It's been a long old day, but yeah, pleased with what I've got done this week. So, week 6, year 2 at Chateau de Montmagner.
6-2.
It was a good week.
It was all right, yeah, nice. You know, decent weather, a little bit of rain, which is good for the garden. Trip to the accountant, that's all sorted, lovely job.
Tax return done.
Yeah, all that for the year, great. Big announcement. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Ma. Happy birthday to you. 90 today. 90. 9
dear
years.
Ma.
1931, my dear old mum was born.
Happy birthday, Ma.
I hope you've had a lovely day. You know, we're real sorry we couldn't be there. I would have loved to have had you out here because I think you would have loved it, and it's been such a glorious day on your birthday. But happy birthday.
We're thinking of you. We love you.
We love you loads.
Talking about birthdays.
I hope you like your little prezzies as well.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll call you later. But talking about birthdays, as most of you know, my big 21 again is coming up.
21 plus 29, I think it is, how it goes.
And loads of you have been asking, what can we send you for your birthday? I don't want anything for my birthday. Thank you so much. It's really kind of you.
Hang on a minute.
What?
You got a wish list?
Oh, no, but that's for you. That's not...
Really?
Yeah, that's for you, baby.
Flipping hell.
Anyway.
I haven't earned a penny in 2 years.
There's only little things on there. please don't go sending gifts or anything. It's just lovely that you're there and you're sharing this adventure with us, and that's all we ask for. So thank you so much. And some more thanks to
Morgan,
yes.
So we need to thank Katrina Musgrove. You darling
thank you for your
woman.
very kind donation to
thank
the
you so much.
gift
It's
registry.
So lovely, yeah, so
very
lovely
kind of
for you.
And that will be spent on the external furniture for the tea room.
Wonderful.
And welcomes. We've got some welcomes.
Welcome.
New patrons. Hi to Sharon.
And hi to Paul.
Welcome to the team.
Fantastic.
Nice to have you on board. Yay. And if you haven't booked in for a Zoom chat yet, you two, go onto the Patreon page and look at the Zoom chat.
All this
post. All this month Zoom chats with the patrons.
Please,
they've been a right laugh, haven't they?
Well, we've had a couple and they've been
such mad.
Mad. So bonkers. We thought we could talk.
Anyway, it's been a great week here. Next week, I'm going to be concentrating on the fireplace. And thank you guys, all of you that made all these suggestions about how to do my swags for the fireplace. Didn't get a chance to try them out this week, but I will be concentrating on that next week. You are what?
Me, I'm in the kitchen.
And not cooking.
Not cooking. Ain't nothing cooking in my kitchen. This has got a lot to answer for.
I've already had one.
That's what you think, darling.
Anyway,
I've been on my tractor all day.
Loved you all, and we'll see you all next week. Take care, everyone.
Take care. Love you loads. See you later. Bye. Love you, Mama.
Love you, Ma. Bye. We would like to say a huge thank you to all of our supporters, from our patrons to our GoFundMe donors, the people that are buying us a coffee on Go Buy Me a Coffee, and you, our subscribers, each week watching the adverts for us to give us a little bit of income each month. Even if it just adds up to a bag of sand, it all helps. Take care, everyone. See you all next week. Bye-bye.
I hate to see you leaving, my summer dress girl. Feelings that you give me don't get better in the world. I could tell you I don't care, but it's a lie. Can't stand to hear you say those words, baby, goodbye. Now she takes me to all these places I can't believe. Introduced me to all these faces I just don't want to leave. Hold on tight, let's go for a ride. I hate to see you leaving, my summer dress girl. These feelings that you give me don't get better in the world. I could tell you I don't care, but it's a lie. Can't stand to hear you say those words, baby, goodbye. She makes the sun shine brighter than it ever did before. I wanna hold her a little bit tighter. I just want some more, so much more. I hate to see you leaving, my summer dress girl. These feelings that you give me don't get better in the world. You listening, baby? I want more, so much more. Always really knew what I was looking
in my dreams, someone to follow me. Make me